Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Podcast Every Day.
We are so glad you are here with us today.
Today, we are learning how to apologize professionally after making a mistake.
This is such an important workplace skill because everyone makes mistakes sometimes.
Exactly, the real test is not whether you make a mistake, it is how clearly and respectfully you handle it afterward.
A good apology can repair trust, reduce stress, and help people move forward.
We will teach phrases for taking responsibility, explaining briefly, offering a solution, and following up.
You will also hear two realistic conversations where people apologize without sounding weak, defensive, or overly dramatic.
We will compare simple B1 apologies with stronger B2 English that sounds calm and professional.
So get ready to learn language that helps you own a mistake and protect the relationship at the same time.
Let us begin with the first set of professional apology phrases.
Before our first conversation, let us learn clear phrases for apologizing professionally after a mistake. A professional apology is not just saying sorry quickly and hoping the problem disappears.
Right, a professional apology usually has 4 parts. You acknowledge the mistake, take responsibility, explain briefly, and offer the next step.
That structure helps you sound responsible without making the conversation heavy or uncomfortable.
Our first key phrase is I apologize for. This is more formal than I am sorry about, and it works well in professional situations.
For example, I apologize for sending the wrong file earlier.
Another example is, I apologize for the confusion caused by my message.
Notice the grammar. After apologize for, use a noun or an ing form.
Say, I apologize for the delay, or I apologize for missing the deadline.
Our second phrase is I take responsibility for. This means you accept that the mistake is connected to your action or decision.
For example, I take responsibility for not checking the numbers carefully enough.
Another example is, I take responsibility for the delay and will correct it today.
This phrase is strong because it avoids excuses.
Our third phrase is I should have. This is useful when you explain what the better action would have been.
For example, I should have confirmed the date before sending the invitation.
Or, I should have checked with you before making that change.
The grammar is should have plus past participle, should have checked, should have sent, should have asked.
Our fourth phrase is I will make sure it does not happen again. This shows that you are thinking about prevention.
For example, I will make sure the final version is checked before it is sent.
Another example is, I will make sure future updates include the correct attachment.
Our fifth phrase here is what I am doing to fix it. This moves the apology from words to action.
For example, here is what I am doing to fix it. I am sending the corrected file now and confirming receipt afterward.
Another example is here is what I am doing to fix it. I am updating the schedule and notifying everyone today.
A common mistake is apologizing too much without offering a solution.
Yes, saying sorry again and again can make the situation feel bigger. A calm apology plus a clear action is stronger.
In our first conversation, Michael apologizes to Nicole after sending incorrect information in a project update.
Now let us listen to Michael apologize professionally after sending incorrect information in a project update.
Nicole, do you have a minute? I need to correct something from my update this morning.
Sure, what happened?
I apologize for sending the wrong delivery date in the project update.
Thanks for letting me know. Which date was wrong?
I wrote Thursday, but the correct date is Friday afternoon.
That could confuse the team, but it is fixable.
I take responsibility for not checking the final schedule before sending the update.
I appreciate you saying that directly.
I should have confirmed the date with you before I sent it out.
That would have helped, yes. How are you planning to fix it?
Here is what I am doing to fix it. I am sending a corrected update in the next 10 minutes.
Good. Make sure the correction is easy to see.
I will put the correction in the first sentence so nobody misses it.
That sounds good.
I will also message the two people who are affected most by the date change.
That is a smart follow-up.
I will make sure future updates are checked against the final schedule before I send them.
That is the part I wanted to hear. Mistakes happen, but we need a process to prevent repeats.
Absolutely. I am adding a short final check to my update routine.
Good. Do you need anything from me before you send the corrected update?
Could you quickly confirm that Friday afternoon is still correct?
Yes, Friday afternoon is correct.
Thank you. I will send the correction now.
Before you send it, avoid making the message too long.
Good point. I was going to explain every detail.
You do not need to. Just say what was wrong, give the correct information, and explain the next step.
So something like, I apologize for the confusion. The correct delivery date is Friday afternoon. I have updated the schedule and will confirm with the affected people.
Perfect. That is clear and professional.
Thanks for helping me keep it direct.
No problem. A clear correction is usually better than a long explanation.
I will send it now and follow up once it is done.
Sounds good. Thanks for taking care of it quickly. Let us analyze how Michael apologized clearly, took responsibility, and offered a practical solution. Michael began with a direct correction. He said he needed to correct something from his update.
That is a strong opening because it signals the topic immediately without creating drama.
Then he said, I apologize for sending the wrong delivery date.
Notice how specific that is. He did not just say sorry about that, he named the exact mistake.
Specific apologies are clearer because the listener knows you understand the problem.
He also said, I take responsibility for not checking the final schedule.
That phrase is very professional. It does not blame the schedule, the system, or another person.
Then he used should have. I should have confirmed the date with you.
Should have plus past participle helps. You explain the better action without making a long excuse.
A key moment was when Nicole asked how he planned to fix it.
That is where an apology becomes useful. Michael said, here is what I am doing to fix it.
He gave concrete actions. Send a corrected update, message the affected people, and add a final check.
That is much stronger than saying, it will not happen again with no plan.
Nicole also gave useful advice. Do not make the correction too long.
In professional English, a short apology can sound more confident than a long emotional explanation.
The correction message had 3 parts: apology, correct information, and follow-up action.
That pattern is easy to remember and very useful for emails, chats, and meetings.
The big pattern is name the mistake, take responsibility, give the correction, and explain how you will prevent it next time. Now let us learn more phrases for repairing trust, responding to feedback, and following up after a mistake. In the first half, we focused on the first apology and the immediate correction.
Now we will focus on what happens after that, especially when the mistake affects someone else or creates extra work.
A good apology is not only about words, it is also about trust, tone, and follow through.
That means you may need to listen, accept feedback, and show what will change next time.
Our first new phrase is I understand the impact this had. This shows that you recognize the effect of your mistake.
For example, I understand the impact this had on your schedule.
Another example is, I understand the impact this had on the client conversation.
This phrase is more meaningful than simply saying, my mistake.
Our second phrase is, thank you for pointing that out. This is useful when someone notices your mistake before you do.
For example, thank you for pointing that out. You are right. The number in the second row is incorrect.
Another example is, thank you for pointing that out. I will update the document right away.
This phrase helps you avoid sounding defensive.
Our third phrase is, I appreciate your patience. This is useful when your mistake causes someone to wait or deal with extra effort.
For example, I appreciate your patience while I correct the report.
Or, I appreciate your patience while we resolve this issue.
This sounds more professional than saying, sorry for bothering you again and again.
Our fourth phrase is I have put a process in place. This means you created a system to prevent the mistake in the future.
For example, I have put a process in place to double-check attachments before sending updates.
Another example is I have put a process in place so the schedule is reviewed before it is shared.
Our fifth phrase is I will follow up by. This gives a clear time or action after the apology.
For example, I will follow up by 3 o'clock with the corrected version.
Or, I will follow up tomorrow to confirm everything is working correctly.
A common mistake is adding the word but too quickly after an apology.
Yes, I am sorry, but I was busy can sound like an excuse. Try, I apologize for the delay. I had several urgent tasks, but I should have communicated earlier.
In our second conversation, Adam apologizes to Sky after missing an important update and causing extra work.
Now Adam and Sky will discuss a missed update, a professional apology, and a plan to repair trust.
Sky, I wanted to talk about yesterday's client update.
Okay, I was hoping we would discuss that.
I apologize for not sending you the final numbers before the call.
Thank you for saying that. It made the call harder because I had to answer questions without the latest data.
I understand the impact this had on your preparation and on the client conversation.
And I appreciate that. What happened?
I was waiting for one last number, and I should have told you the update was delayed.
That would have helped me adjust my notes before the call.
You are right. I take responsibility for not communicating earlier.
Thank you. I am not upset that the number was late. I was frustrated that I did not know it was late.
That makes sense. Thank you for pointing that out.
I want us to avoid this next time, especially before client calls.
Agreed. I have put a process in place for future updates.
What does that process look like?
If a number is not ready 2 hours before a client call, I will send a status note instead of waiting silently.
That would be very helpful.
I will also mark any missing information clearly so you know what is final and what is still pending.
Good, that solves the communication problem, not just the number problem.
I appreciate your patience while I correct this.
Thank you. Have you sent the final numbers now?
Yes, I sent them 5 minutes ago, and I included a short summary of what changed.
I saw the email. The summary helps.
I will follow up by the end of the day to confirm whether you need anything else for the client recap.
That works. I appreciate the follow-up.
I also want to say that I should not have assumed waiting was better than sending a partial update.
That is an important lesson. A partial update is usually better than silence.
I agree. Next time, I will communicate the status even if all the details are not ready.
That is exactly what I need.
Thanks for being direct with me about the impact.
Thanks for taking it seriously and making a plan.
I will follow through and confirm later today.
Sounds good. Let us move forward with that process.
Let us compare simple apologies with more natural B2 English for responsibility, repair, and follow-up. A B1 speaker might say, sorry, I made a mistake.
That is clear, but it does not tell the listener what happened or what will happen next.
A stronger B2 version is, I apologize for sending the wrong file. I am sending the corrected version now.
That version is stronger because it names the mistake and gives the action.
Another B1 sentence is, I am sorry, but I was busy.
That can sound defensive because the reason comes immediately after, but
A better version is, I apologize for the delay. I should have communicated earlier, even though I was handling other urgent tasks.
that sentence gives context, but it still keeps responsibility.
Let us talk about softeners. Sometimes you need to sound responsible but not overly dramatic.
Useful softeners include I realize, I understand, I should have, and I will make sure.
For example, I realize this created extra work for you, and I appreciate your patience while I correct it.
That sentence is warm and professional because it recognizes the other person's experience.
For grammar, remember apologize for plus noun or ing form.
Say, I apologize for the mistake, or I apologize for missing the update.
Do not say, I apologize to miss the update.
Also remember, responsible apologies usually avoid too much passive language.
The file was sent late is less direct than I sent the file late.
Use passive voice only when the person responsible is not important or not known.
For B2 English, use this structure: apology, responsibility, impact, fix, prevention.
A strong example is, I apologize for missing the update. I understand the impact this had, and I have put a process in place to prevent it next time.
The goal is not to sound perfect. The goal is to sound accountable, calm, and helpful. Let us review the apology phrases, grammar, and conversation strategies from today's episode. Today, we learned how to apologize professionally after making a mistake.
The main goal is to take responsibility, repair trust, and move the situation toward a solution.
From the first part, remember I apologize for, I take responsibility for, I should have, I will make sure it does not happen again, and here is what I am doing to fix it.
In Conversation 1, Michael apologized for sending the wrong date, corrected the update, and added a final check to his process.
From the second part, remember I understand the impact this had. Thank you for pointing that out. I appreciate your patience. I have put a process in place, and I will follow up by.
In Conversation 2, Adam apologized for missing an update, recognized the impact, and created a clearer communication process.
For grammar, remember apologize for plus a noun or ing form.
Also remember should have plus past participle, such as should have checked, should have sent, and should have communicated.
A strong apology has 5 parts. Name the mistake, take responsibility, recognize the impact, give the fix, and explain prevention.
A common mistake is adding but too quickly, because that can make your apology sound like an excuse.
Another common mistake is apologizing repeatedly without giving a clear next action.
The main lesson is that a professional apology should be calm, specific, and action-focused.
When you handle a mistake well, you show reliability, maturity, and respect for the people affected. That is all for today's episode of English Podcast Every Day.
We hope you feel more confident apologizing professionally after making a mistake.
This week, practice one calm apology that includes a clear next action.
Try saying, I apologize for the mistake. I am correcting it now, and I will follow up by the end of the day.
If this episode helped you, subscribe and listen again to practice the vocabulary, rhythm, and pronunciation.
Remember, a good apology is not about being perfect. It is about being responsible and helpful.
Thanks for listening, and we will see you in the next episode.